badass Buckeye here. We're going to talk about the exciting game, Ohio State versus Utah. Congratulations first to Utah. They played a hell of a game. They probably deserved to win the way they played for the most part of the game. I know they lost their starting quarterback, Rising, when he got injured. If he doesn't get hurt, we don't know how the outcome would have been. Maybe it would have been different. We'll never know. But Utah played a great game, and they probably, on all-purpose accounts, should have won the game. And Utah had a great year. I can't say anything better about them. But this is Ohio State Channel, so of course I'm going to jump on our bandwagon. We're in the hat today, the victory hat. Let's talk about Ohio State's defense. First half, it looked like total shit. It looked like the worst defense in the Big Ten. How do you give up 35 points? How do you give up 35 points to a team that's not really considered a firepower on offense? Utah, I don't know what the average point-wise per game, but they put 35 points on us. I mean, that's flat out embarrassing. That just goes to show that Utah was there. They had the motivation. It was their Super Bowl. They had double the fans of Ohio State. They were there to win it. But 35 points, that's a disgrace. I mean, that's totally embarrassing. God, we held them to only 10 in the second half, and one of the touchdowns was on a pass interference that led to that touchdown. The receiver was running, the ball was underthrown, so he slows down. Our defender runs into him, and that's going to get called 10 out of 10 times. They should implement a new rule that if the ball's underthrown, the receiver has to stop. It should not be pass interference if the defender runs into him, because you just never know when the ball is going to be underthrown. You're running 60 miles an hour, and then you just got to put the brakes on real quick because some weak-ass throw, the ball's underthrown. That's just really unfair to the defensive team, and any defensive team, when you have to throw a flag, a pass interference call on that. They need to come up with a new rule for that. Our defense, even though of that blooper, pass interference, our defense gave up 10 points in the second half. That's a goddamn miracle. I don't know what Ryan Day said to them in the locker room. He must have been like Jimmy Johnson. Remember Jimmy Johnson with the Cowboys, and of course before that the Miami Hurricanes. He must have went in that locker room and was just throwing fucking chairs or something, because that defense came out and they played. It was a new team. It was a total new team. Give up 35 first half, 10 in the second. It was a completely different mindset. Thank God for that. But to play that bad in the first half, if you were like me, that game was a nail biter right to the very end. I mean, you were probably having a stroke like me watching that damn game, because the first half it was like, man, Ohio State didn't even come to play. Their defense didn't even come to play. It looked like total garbage. Utah was just taking it to her ass. I know Ohio State had to travel all the way from Ohio to California. Utah's only a 10-hour flight to get there. It's just 10 hours away. But I'm going to say Smith and Njigba, his play, he's so damn good. He could be a first rounder in next year's draft. He's that talented. Of course, we got Harrison Jr. and Julian Fleming. I was waiting for Fleming to break out. He had to go out. He left the game yesterday because of an injury. He hasn't had one game this year where he's broke out, or even the year before. So basically, we're still waiting for him. He was the number one wide receiver coming out of high school. So he needs to break out next year. I know we have some good receivers, but Fleming's got to show something, because that's getting kind of embarrassing. He might transfer if nothing happens next year. Besides that nail-biting game to the very end, and I wish it would have come down to that close. But congratulations to the Buckeyes and the Buckeye fans for making an exciting game that we'll never forget. I know Ohio State's got a new defensive coordinator. Knowles is his last name. He likes to blitz a lot. Leaves your guys on single coverage on the outside. That can be kind of risky sometimes, but our defensive line play has got to improve, or it won't matter who our defensive coordinator is. That's going to be interesting. That's the biggest question mark, is our defensive line. They've got to improve. Because look, we got ran over by Michigan, ran over by Oregon. First game of the season was against Minnesota. They ran on us too. Good thing we didn't play Wisconsin, because they would have ran the shit out of us. All right. Let's say congratulations to all us Buckeye fans. Thank you for watching.